Do you want a sales boost without a big budget or a complicated strategy for your home fragrance brand? So, what I'm going to talk about today is the exact tactics that we used at Cosy Aromas, which really helped us to get sales quickly and get sales in a short period as well, which is great if you need a quick injection of cash or if you just want to keep the momentum building in your business. This kind of does rely on you having an engaged audience and an existing customer base. Doesn't have to be massive. It could be a Facebook group. That was our preferred way of doing it. But it could be an engaged Facebook page or an Instagram profile, whatever it is, as long as you've got an engaged community of some description. And of course, you want a email database as well and some customers. Okay. This is the strategy that we used to generate thousands of pounds of sales in a very, very short window of time. In case you don't know me, my name is Paul Main, and along with my wife, we grew a home fragrance business to 3 brands and sales in excess of £7.5 million. We have since sold that business and we've now turned our attention to the Home Fragrance Academy, where we teach like minded entrepreneurs how to start, grow, and scale their home fragrance business. And the strategy was limited edition products. It's really simple. It sounds simple, doesn't it? Because it is. And what we would do is have products available for a very short window of time. And this helps to build the fear of missing out with your audience. And it helps get over that decision-making process that some people go through. Because if you have something available for an infinite amount of time, it gives them time to think about it. You already know that your audience really likes your products because they've been buying them and they're engaging with you. So if you do launch something which is limited edition, available for a very short window of time, then they make impulse buys. And that's what you want from them. They don't have to think about it. They know they like the products, they like you as a brand. So you launch something for a short window of time or a limited quantity, and people will snap it up. Okay, this is what worked for us. We did this monthly throughout Cosy Aromas. So a typical example of how this would look like for us is we would create a particular product. It could be anything, or we would create an offer of some description. So buy something, spend over X amount, and you'll get a free product, something like that. But we would make sure it only lasts for a short time. So we would only have, say, 250 of them available. Or we'd say it's only available for 24 hours or only for this weekend. However you frame it, you need to frame it in a way where people know that it's not going to be around forever. They need to make a quick decision because they know there's going to be other people fighting for this as well. So they need to act fast. And when you get that right with your engaged audience, however that looks, it does work and you will make sales and you will sell out of these products. The thing that worked really well for us is if we had a certain quantity available, because our Facebook group was approaching 10,000 members and it was quite an engaged Facebook group. And we would say that we've only got 200 or 250 of these available. So you can imagine, our members in that group would know how many people are in there and how often people are talking about products and just engaging with each other. So they would snap them up really quickly. And that worked so well. And especially if you tied this in with a minimum order threshold. So a good example of what we did was we would give away a free wax warmer, just a little tea light burner that you can get from wholesalers for £3, £4, £5. And we'd give that away free with orders over £20, for example. The perceived value was massive because they know that to buy this tea light burner is going to cost them about £15. We're giving it to them for free, but they have to spend over £20 to do it. And would say there's only 250 available. So, and honestly, within one day, all of those would sell straight away. So that is a big injection of cash that you've got coming straight into your business, plus all of the social media posts and all of the posts that are going to happen in your Facebook group from these people that have bought it over the coming days once they've received their order. It just works time and time again. So how can you use this for yourself? Because you might have a much smaller Facebook group, you might have a much larger one, you might have a smaller audience on email, wherever it is, okay? Think about what it is you could do. So if there's an upcoming holiday, so for example, in the UK, it could be St. George's Day, St. Andrew's Day, something like that. Could you create a product which is specific for that? Just a small sample version. We did this, a 50-gram wax melt for St. Andrew's Day. We also did one for St. David's Day and all of those different ones. And on that day, we didn't give people much warning. We just said, we have 200 of these available. They're completely free. Just place any order today. And of course, the orders came rolling in because they're going to get this free wax melt. But the key is that product is in a different fragrance to what you normally sell. It's not available anywhere on the website. So it's something brand new. So the only way these customers are going to get this product is if they place that order on your website for that day. And this is how you get those orders coming in. Another example is creating a bundle. So you could say for this weekend only, we are selling 4 wax melts for the price of 2, as an example. Or it could be 8 for the price of 4. Something like that, where it's like a big perceived value there because they're buying 4 and they're getting 4 free in like this bundle. Again, if you only break it down for like a set period of time, like 48 hours or something like that, then it's that like they're going to make that decision quickly because they know it's such a good offer for them. Or it could even be like a tester product. So if you sell, I don't know, let's say baby powder wax melts, okay, and they are one of your most popular products. I'm using that as an example because at Cosy Aromas, baby powder was our best-selling product. Let's say you haven't launched any candles yet or room sprays, but you want to do it. You could say, this baby powder product, I've now turned that fragrance into a beautiful candle. I've only got 20 of them available. Here's the link, come and buy it. People love that fragrance because it's your bestseller. So they're probably going to love this candle. And because there's only 20 available, because it's a version of the best-selling fragrance, they, again, will come and buy it because they want to check it out and want to give it a go. And what we've found is the best way of actually executing this is to tease in advance. You don't have to tease weeks in advance. You can do if you like, but certainly 1 or 2 days in advance, especially for these limited edition ones. Emails, social media posts, stories, post in your Facebook group, letting people know a couple of days in advance that this is happening, or no, that something is happening at the weekend. Okay, because they'll get their excitement up and then they'll look out for your social media posts announcing it. Then the day before it happens, reveal the full details, everything that's going to happen, when it's available from, when it's available until. Give them everything they need to know about it. Answer all of the questions that you would expect them to ask, okay? But importantly, let them know how many is available or how long it's on for, whichever is your angle. Then on the day it happens, let's say your thing is only for the weekend, so 48 hours. Email them the day it launches. Email them towards the end of that day saying, thanks so much for all of these orders. We're getting low on stock. If you haven't ordered yet, quickly come back and buy. That email will not only spark people that haven't bought to quickly come back because fear of missing out, but also people that have placed an order, they might actually come back and buy from you again, do the same order again. And believe me, we know that's to be the case because that happened to us all the time at Cosy Aromas. Whenever we did this type of campaign over the weekend, we'd have loads of customers that would place multiple orders because there's just that FOMO. And then on the final day, again, let them know that this is the final day it's available. And then what we used to like doing was 5 hours before it expired. So let's say it was the 48 hours of the weekend. At 7 p.m. on the Sunday, we'd send out a final reminder saying this is all done now. Only 5 hours left. Quickly grab the products. Again, you follow these up with social media posts as well. And then on the Monday afterwards, we'd put another post up just thanking everybody. Typically, we'd like to do like a recorded video and put that up as well because that really does get some good engagement. So the core reason behind why this works is FOMO. Your loyal customers that come back and buy from you time and time again, they do not want to miss out on anything new that you launch. They like you, they like your brand, they trust you, they trust your products. And when you launch something new like this, they do not want to be the ones that missed out. That is something that we really learned through our whole journey of having Cosy Aromas, is that these people are like almost obsessed with you, your products, your brand, and they will buy everything that you do. Of course, you need to have that engagement and you need to have built up that kind of loyalty. It doesn't have to be at scale yet. That will come over time. But as long as you can see that people are really enjoying your products, this kind of strategy will absolutely work. It's obviously great for a cash injection as well. And sometimes that's needed. If you're heading towards the end of the month, you've got some bills to pay, or you've got team members to pay, or whatever it is, that cash injection is always welcomed, isn't it? But here's the real sweet spot that I absolutely love. It forces your audience to pay attention to you because they're going to look out for those emails, those social media posts, expecting you to announce something like this again. And when that happens, it feeds the algorithms. So on Facebook and Instagram, if your reach is good and your audience are paying attention to your posts, engaging with them, looking at them, stopping their scroll, it's going to feed that to more people. And likewise with email as well. If people pay more attention to your emails, they open them, they read them, they don't just spam them off or delete them, then that's going to improve your deliverability scores and therefore mean that your emails get seen by more people that you send them to. Okay, so it has so many more wins other than just getting some instant gratification with the sales. If you want some more tips on how to get more sales immediately, this week, today, in fact, we've put together a free guide, which we call the Sales Surge document. And this gives you 5 proven strategies that we used at Cosy Aromas to help us grow to £7.5 million in sales. It's completely free. The link is in the description. Click on it, download, and help yourself to some more sales immediately. Thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you in the next video.